I believe in Lagos.
I believe in opportunities.
I believe in youth empowerment, Jare.
I believe in big business.
I believe Lagos is incredible.
Together, we can build the Lagos of our dreams. I am Akinwumi Ambode.
Vote Akinwumi Ambode for Governor of Lagos State.
Every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is a story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello and welcome to CoreTV Primetime News. I am Frank Omalape. In a major story, battle-ready soldiers take over the Adoke Amiesimaka Stadium in Rivers State 4 days ahead President Goodluck Jonathan's campaign rally. Also in this program, APC accuses PDP of sponsoring attacks on President Goodluck Jonathan in Katsina and Bauchi states, says it is planned to demonize the opposition and force postponement of next month's general elections. The Nigeria Police High Command vows crackdown on political thugs, miscreants and their sponsors as campaigns continue across the country. Outside Nigeria, Zambian presidential candidate Hakainde Hichilema slams country's presidential election Sharp accuses rival Edgar Lungu of vote stealing. Thank you for joining us now. Battle-ready soldiers have reportedly taken over the Adoke Amiesimaka Stadium located in Igurutali in Ikwere local government area ahead President Goodluck Jonathan's campaign rally in the stadium. Jonathan is expected to be at the presidential rally of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers on January 28. While the state government refused to approve the application from the state PDP for the use of the Adoke Amiesimaka Stadium for its presidential rally, soldiers reportedly took over the place on Friday night. Tony Okocha, Chief of Staff to Governor Rotimi Amechi, described the action of the PDP and the presidency, who might have directed soldiers to forcibly enter the stadium, as criminal. Okocha called for calm and promised that the matter will be reported to the international community. And now, political thugs suspected to be working for the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State invaded the venue of the All Progressive Congress governorship rally in Okrika local government area in early hours of Saturday, destroying equipment being set up for the exercise. The armed youth, according to the APC chairman in Okrika, Christian Asifamaka, shot sporadically at about 3:45 a.m. at the venue of the party's governorship campaign. Asifamaka said in a statement that the hoodlums threw dynamite into the national school field venue of the rally in Okrika, destroyed the podium already set up for the program and other facilities in the arena. While for President Goodluck Jonathan, patience hails from Okrika, Rivers State Commissioner for for that information, says Ibim Cemetery, said more youth had invaded the venue of the APC governorship rally for the second time and continue with the destruction of equipment mounted at the place for the exercise on challenge. Seminatari explains that policemen who were with armored personnel carrier drove off, adding that APC supporters were currently under siege in Okrika. The All Progressive Congress has accused the People's Democratic Party of sponsoring the attacks on President Goodluck Jonathan in Katsina, Bauchi State, as part of its plan to demonize the opposition and force a postponement of next month's general elections. In a statement in Lagos on Saturday by its National Publicity Secretary Lai Mohammed, the party said it coordinated historical reactions to the attacks by the presidency. Senate President David Mark and the leadership of the Ijaw Nation had exposed the sponsors of the attacks. He said those who had raised their voices in condemning the attack should direct their anger at the PDP, which the party alleged hired the hoodlums who attacked the president in Katsina and Bauchi and gave them brooms in a bid to make them look like APC supporters. The party said the presidency distorted fact when it accused APC of breaching the Abuja Peace Accord that was signed by all presidential candidates of the various political parties, alleging that the PDP and its band of thugs did not allow the ink with which the agreement was signed to dry before they started breaching it. And now the police high command is set to crack down on political thugs, miscreants, and their sponsors of political campaigns continuing across the country. Police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu told journalists in Abuja that the force is prepared to apply the full weight of the law on any political actor, sponsor, or foot soldiers who resort to hate speech or violence to advance their political agenda. He also stressed the readiness of the police to investigate all acts capable of disrupting the peace of the nation before, during, and after the elections. And now that report is not ready. We'll bring you as we continue in our bulletins. Despite recent comment by the INEC chairman Atahir Jega that the number of policemen and women on ground in the country are not enough for the forthcoming general elections, the Imo Police Command has assured residents of the state of its 100% readiness. The police public relations officer in command, Andrew Nwerem, disclosed this in an interview with CoreTV News. Correspondent Ajibade Awufeso has details in this report.
Though the Imo police spokesman admitted that the INEC chairman's revelation was true, he proceeded to say the quality of men they have on ground will serve the purpose at the forthcoming elections.
Yes. I think the observation of the INEC chairman is not far from the truth, going by the establishment and strength of the Nigerian police. But let me say that it is not how many you are, but how effective and efficient the number you have can provide in this forthcoming 2015 general election.
He says the state police command will work with what it has, adding that it has been boosted by recent activities and trainings.
In Imo State, we have come to make do with what we have. We cannot manufacture or clothe our children to prosecute the elections, but we have adopted several measures to have a conducive environment during the elections. One of them is the training and retraining of our personnel, especially in Imo State Command here. And we have decided to embark on what we call Aberdeen system of covering, the election, 2015 election. Having identified some volatile areas that requires urgent attention. So we have been able to carry out sensitization program in all the local governments, in all the divisions in Imo State. We've been able to meet with various groups of stakeholders, the traditional institution, the youth body, the president generals of communities, as well as other members of the public.
He, however, revealed that the State Police Command will welcome the support of other security agencies.
However, we've been able to synergize with the other security agencies in the state, so that where the number of police is not enough, we augment with other sister security agencies. So in Imo here, we haven't taken records of all the polling units, voting units. We've been able to identify, the areas that require more attention, more coverage, and then other areas that the number of police cannot be adequate, we augment with other security agencies. So in Imo, we are 100% ready to conduct the election, and we are hopeful.
Will go a long way at ensuring free, fair, and credible elections. Ajibade Awofeso, CoreTV News, Owerri.
You're watching CoreTV Primetime News. Presidential campaigns continued around the country. Find out where they storm after this timeout. Stay with us.
From the west to the east, the north, and to the south of our country, the APC with their governors have been busy building a better life for Nigerians. The APC with their governors have built more roads, schools, bridges, hospitals, universities, and independent power plants, generated more internal revenue, and created more jobs than the rest of the Federation combined. Now, imagine what we could do when we are the federal government.
Vote for change! Vote APC! APC! Change!
You're still watching CoreTV Primetime News. If you just joined us, here's a quick reminder of some of our major headlines tonight. Battle-ready soldiers take over the Adoki Amiesimaka Stadium in Rivers State 4 days ahead President Goodluck Jonathan's campaign rally. APC accuses PDP of sponsoring attacks on President Goodluck Jonathan in Katsina and Bauchi states, says it is planned to demonize the opposition and force postponement of next month's general elections. The Nigerian Police High Command vows crackdown on political thugs, miscreants, and their sponsors as campaigns continue across the country. You can also reach us on our social media platform. For more information, like our Facebook page is facebook.com/CoreTV News. You can also as well follow us at CoreTV News NG. And our Twitter handle is www.youtube.com/CoreTV /the news. And now the Ekiti State leg of the presidential campaign rally of the All Progressive Congress has taken place without the much-touted violence, though amidst tight security. The chieftains of the party, while playing host to the campaign team, condemned the clampdown on some party faithful in the state as Muhammadu Buhari continues to promise better life for the country if elected into power. Our correspondent Rashid tells us more in this report.
The Ekiti State chapter of the All Progressives Congress and the PDP-controlled government in the state have been at loggerheads during the week following the death wish advertorial sponsored by Governor Ifayoshe and the alleged planned assassination plot against Buhari in the course of his campaign in Ekiti. Therefore, the heavy security beefed up in the state did not come as a surprise to many. These APC stalwarts in the state, however, raised concerns.
Security situation today is good. The only thing is I just received a message now that APC people coming from F4 were blocked on their way here.
APC is a popular party in Ekiti. APC is a popular party in Nigeria. One thing we advise our fellow brothers in the other party, which is PDP, the issue of breaking billboards, the issue of turning posters, that is not the way to win elections.
The Labour Party candidate at the June 21st, 2014 governorship election, Opeyemi Bamidele, made a surprise appearance at the campaign venue to drum support for Buhari as leaders of the party state reasons why Ekiti people should vote for it. Buhari later mounted the podium to canvass for the votes of Ekiti people.
Insecurity, unemployment, and corruption. The APC is determined to tackle this from the Sanchez of Mesia head on.
As the All Progressives Congress finally holds its presidential rally in Ekiti, the stage is now set between the PDP-controlled state government and the opposition to slug it out come 14th of February 2015, as they will now jostle for the vote of Ekiti people in deciding who will be the next president of this country between the PDP, President Goodluck Jonathan, and General Muhammadu Buhari. For now, the game is on. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado Ekiti.
Meanwhile, the campaign train of the All Progressive Congress moves to Akure, the Ondo state capital, where the party leadership welcomes to its fold some erstwhile PDP members, among them Femi Agagu, former chief of staff and brother of late Ondo state governor Olusegun Agagu. Here again is Rashid's report.
Treating the presidential campaign train to a rousing welcome, party supporters alongside some defected PDP members in Ondo State say 2015 belonged to the APC in the state. Chairman of the APC did not agree less.
PDP knows that they have lost. They have lost because in the states where they are stoning Mr. President, those states are controlled by the PDP. In places where he has his own governors, himself and his governors are being stoned. We should ask those governors to explain what has happened between them and their people. What has happened is that the Nigerian people have lost faith and confidence in the President Jonathan government and in the PDP government.
Drawing experience from the botched Walk for Change earlier in the state, party leaders say change is imminent in Ondo, irrespective of efforts to suppress the movement.
Whatever he did not do for 4 years, it means if he has 10 years, he will not be able to do it. He has 6 years to have performed. We are still in darkness.
Nothing, I say nothing shall deter us from moving forward. Not intimidation, not harassment, not oppression, not repression, not any form of tear gassing or even threat.
Governor of Osun State, Raul Faregbeshola, also emphatically believes Ondo is now in the grips of the APC.
We are determined, and the people, by their actions to us, are confirming our expectation that all the elections in Ondo will be won by our party.
How this will translate into victory for the party come February rests with the electorate. Rashid, CoreTV News, Akure.
Residents of Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, were barely allowed to move on major streets of the town as the campaign train of President Goodluck Jonathan arrives to town on Saturday. Speaking at Rama Square, where the campaign rally held, the president, who is seeking re-election, assured the people that everything will be done to end the Boko Haram crisis and commence the process of rebuilding the towns that had been destroyed by the insurgents in the state. The president quietly promised that the rehabilitation of the victims of the insurgents will begin while all the destroyed schools and communities will be rebuilt. He also expressed sadness at the insinuation that the government sponsored insurgency for political reasons, arguing that there was nowhere in the world and no leader for whatsoever reason would allow the insecurity in his own country. He, however, admitted that the low turnout at the campaign ground was as a result of the security measures that were put in place. As the general elections draw near, Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola has called on Lagosians to vote for his parents, which according to him, the APC governorship candidate Akinwumi Ambode represents. He also urged them to reject an experiment that is being promoted by the PDP for Lagos. Fashola gave the charge at the APC governorship campaign rally in the Badagry area of the state. Kazem Kasali's report on the rally is presented from our studios.
The Lagos State Governor on his arrival threw the already charged crowd into a frenzy. Speaking on his achievements in office, Fashola says the state has continued to make giant strides in all sectors, including a record first ill transplant in the Nigerian health sector.
And working with all our staff in Lasut, this is the feat that has been performed at home. So it means now that the door is open for a lot of our brothers and sisters, our children, who have never had a sound before, that they will begin to hear, because we will expand that project. So it shows you that our law to support disabled and physically challenged people is not about lip service. It's about a deep commitment about how people can get on with their lives if government does what it should do.
APC governorship candidate Akinwumi Ambode says he will explore the tourism potentials of Badagry and promise an employment trust fund for the state.
We have decided we will give you an employment trust fund that will give all of you access to finance. You'll be able to do that job that you've always wanted to do. I was just given a chance like you, and I never really believed I would be where I am today. So I want to give the youths of Badagry that same chance.
APC flags were also handed over to the candidates of the party with a charge on the people to vote APC in the general elections.
With the February 2015 general elections around the corner, the president of Women Arise, Joe Okeodumaki, has challenged women to cease playing dormant and stereotype roles in politics.
Life wire for the survival of any entity, and we must always have one thing at the back of our mind, that whatever we do, we must remain good example, positive role model, worthy of emulation.
For her part, a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Priscilla Kuye, says the issue of sex should not be a barrier for a woman to achieve whatever she wants, especially in politics. A point strongly backed by the presidential candidate of Kowa Party, Remi Stonaya, who added that women should equally participate in politics like their male counterparts.
They don't want their wives to be politicians. So these are things militating against the women participating in politics.
We want competent, capable women who will be able to stand and speak their mind and be able to contribute significantly to the development of our nation.
You're still watching CoreTV Primetime News. We'll take another break and return with business, sports, and other stories outside Nigeria. Stay with us.
You can collect your permanent voters card previously at your local government office until January 31st. Collect your PVC. Collect your PVC. Collect your PVC. It's not just the voters card, it's your part to change Nigeria for good. Vote for change. Vote APC. APC change.
In business tonight, financial analysts have asked the Nigerian bank to tighten up and brace up for the pressure ahead the February elections as speculative attacks hit the capital market. According to Daniel Ademo, country director for Forest Market, he says the market is shaky as more investors continue to take position ahead next month's election. While commending the intervention of the central bank of the Naira, Raji Jimo, chief dealer Diamond Bank's treasury, says there is need for the banks to tighten up the pressure on the Naira as more foreign investors seen pulling out of the market.
There's going to be what? Change the policies. So most times, I remember what shortly before the election took place in May in 2010. From February, March, April, you can check this on the chart. Pounds started losing value. People were selling off pounds because why? There's an election coming up, and as the election was getting closer, it was becoming more glaring to investors that what Labour Party are not going to lose. I mean, are not going to win the election. So definitely there's going to be policy changes. So as it is in Nigeria, I think this is the first time PDP will ever have this kind of opposition, and everything is so tense now. So everybody is on the sideline. For any smart investor will do what? Hold on, and that's what affected the Nigeria stock market last week. Over 30% down. Why? Because investors did what? They put their funds and they're on the sideline. So definitely after the election, depending on who comes in, okay, and depending on each of the manifesto they are telling us.
Were it not for this immediate action that the central bank has taken, we would have seen a serious devaluation of the naira, because the foreign investors are pulling out. And if the foreign investors are pulling out, they are taking dollars out, because as they are going, they are moving the dollars. And then there is a speculative attack, according to central bank. So putting all this together, there's definitely going to be pressure. And the banks this year, we all have to tighten our belt in terms of the stress that is going to be ahead. Addition to reserve, like I continue mentioning, has dropped. So it's a tough year. It's an election year. There's a security challenges. So definitely all this put together, we expect that Naira is going to take a hit. But I don't doubt the capability of the central bank to do something very special to curb the unexpected danger that we expect that might hit the market. Thank you.
And now the Naira crashed on Friday against the dollar from 191 Naira to 208 Naira at the black market. CBN still sells the dollar to approved buyers for 183 at its twice weekly regulated auctions, but the Naira closed against the dollar at 190 Naira at the interbank segment of the foreign exchange market on Friday. The CBN had on Wednesday stopped banks and other dealers from selling dollars to the Bureau de Change. However, the central bank on Friday evening increased its weekly dollar sale to the BDCs from $15,000 to $30,000 and said the move was meant to reposition the forex market. Meanwhile, the pound sold for 253 Naira 20 kobo and the euro stood at 193 Naira 89 kobo. However, there are speculations that the Naira is under continued pressure owing to the continued fall in the price of crude oil in the international market and increased demand for the dollar locally. A development analyst say may lead to a number of economic challenges this year. We'll take another break now on CoreTV Primetime News. So we'll be back with sports and other series outside Nigeria. Stay with us.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
In sports tonight, Masgrada struck late to end Ivory Coast's draw with Mali and keep alive their hopes of reaching the Africa Cup of Nations quarterfinals. The equalizer came on 86 minutes when Grado slotted in from 12 yards to dash the hope Malians who had looked to be heading for victory. Earlier, Ivory Coast were denied a penalty when Wilfred Bonny appeared to be unpended by Mola Wegu, while Kolo Toure headed against the bar. Mali had launched a sweet counter-attack and worked the ball out wide to Sambo Tabare, whose far post cross was met brilliantly on the half volley by Wolves winger Sako, his left foot sending the ball low into the opposite corner. Now, the Manchester City are knocked off by championship opponent for the second season running as they were shocked at home by Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough striker Patrick Bamford, on loan from Chelsea, bundled in the first after an error by Fernando. Lee Tumley hit a post for Borough, while Frank Lampard did the same for City, but substitute Kike struck a second on the break for the visitors. Manuel Pellegrini's side will return from a 5-day warm weather training trip to Abu Dhabi on Friday evening, faded badly in the second half against a side will thoroughly deserve their victory. Middlesbrough, with the championship best defensive record, became resolute in the face of intense first half pressure before creating a host of chances themselves in the second half. And now Jose Mourinho said he was ashamed by Chelsea's unacceptable FA Cup fourth round defeat to League One Brentford City. The Premier League leaders were stunned 4-2 by the League One Buttons at the Stamford Bridge after appearing to be in control of the tie at 2-0 up. Mourinho caused a stir in the week by saying it would be a disgrace if they lost to Bradford, and he reaffirmed that belief after the match. According to Mourinho, it was the first time Chelsea have lost to lower league position at home for 20 years, and hence their hopes of winning the quadruple this season. He said history of this competition happens to every team now and again, as it is the first time to lose against a team from a lower league. And now Wimbledon champions Petra Kvitova is out of the Australian Open after a 6-7, 7-4, 7-5 defeat by 19-year-old Martin Keys. The American teenager broke this Czech fourth seed at 5-5 in the final set of their third-round match. Keys, coached by three-time Grand Slam singles champions Lindsay Davenport, screamed with delight on sealing victory in Melbourne. The world number 35 plays Martin Bringel in the fourth round as four United States players made the last 16. Kvitova, winner of Wimbledon 2011 and 2014, has never made it past the last four of the Australian Open. She was beaten last year in her first match by Thailand's Luxika Humkom, playing in just her second Grand Slam tournament. And outside Nigeria now, Zambian presidential candidate Hakainde Hichilema has denounced the country's presidential election as a sham while accusing rival Edgar Lungu of stealing the vote. Hichilema made the allegations as partial results released by the Electoral Commission of Zambia showed Lungu of the ruling Patriotic Front Party leading by a hair, with 47.96% of the vote counted against Hichilema's 47.17%. Four constituencies are yet to come in as final results are expected late Saturday. Hichilema, a self-made businessman on his fourth run at the presidency, says the election had not been far from the start and decried violence directed at his supporters ahead of the vote. He, however, urged his backers to remain calm for the sake of Zambia and vow his party will emerge stronger ahead the general elections in 2016.
As well as deep irregularities in the counting process. The election has been a sham and does not reflect the will of the majority Zambians. If Edgar Lungu is sworn in as president, as he will certainly be today, I want him to know he is an illegitimate president. I want him to know that. A stolen election does not reflect the will of the people of Zambia, or people anywhere, and we are confident that it is not going to deliver for the people. As you know, we have yet to hear the final few constituencies that ought to be announced by the Electoral Commission of Zambia. However, it is with deep regret that we now already know the predetermined results, the results that have been cooked for over some days now. They intend to announce victory very near from where we are here, Mulungushi Ho, for the PF candidate Edgar Lungu. There are some known individuals within the ECZ who have acted with utter impunity, corruption, and total disregard for a democratic process by manipulating election results. Very clear. The call for peace is a call to protect the citizens that we want to serve. It's not a call for Lungu or the PF or those ECZ officials who are stealing from citizens in terms of their decision. Peace is a prerequisite to development.
Ukraine's Interior Minister has confirmed that at least 20 people died Saturday when rockets hit Ukraine's strategic government-held port of Mariupol in the wake of Russian-backed rebels' rejection of peace talks. The Eastern Donetsk region police chief said another 86 people were injured in the attack. The morgue has already received 20 bodies, while the number is constantly growing, according to Vyacheslav Abruskin in a televised emergency response meeting convened by Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk. This is CoreTV Primetime News. Just before we go tonight, here is a reminder of our top stories. We told you that battle-ready soldiers take over the Adoke Amesimakat Stadium, Rivers State, 4 days ahead President Goodluck Jonathan's campaign rally. We also told you that the APC accuses PDP of sponsoring attacks on President Goodluck Jonathan in Katsina and Bauchi states, says it is a plan to demonize the opposition and force postponement of next month's general elections. And finally, the Nigerian Police High Command vows crackdown on political thugs, miscreants and their sponsors as campaigns continue across the country. Well, it has been the show tonight on CoreTV Primetime News. Many thanks for watching. I am Frank Omalabe. On behalf of the entire news crew, it's good night.